What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and once again, I'm joined by
Gershwan
in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what TSL Frontman did. He asks, what would happen if a blank used the Lair Blade or a similar demon weapon? Could they resist the demon's corruption? Would there be no effect and the weapon basically turns off? And would Johnny Bravo still hold up today? And would Johnny Bravo still... Okay, the last part's kind of funny.
That I don't think he will at all. He's going to get torn apart by
everybody. Especially the Women Inquisition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Inquisitors that are women. Okay, but... So, to explain what a blank is just an individual who nullifies the warp around them. All humans are psychically... have some type of psychic presence, except for blanks. Blanks actually stop all powers of the warp to a certain extent. If the blank was holding the demon weapon, I'm pretty sure they could still swing the demon weapon around. They just wouldn't get the benefits from whatever that demon weapon gives to them.
Right, it's not like it just ceases to exist.
Yeah. And the reason that we can say that is not because there's an actual example of it in the or in the lore that we've read anyways. There might be in the books. But because in the lore there are these things called the black ships. And the black ships go around collecting psychers. And the psychers are then taken to Terra to be sacrificed for the Golden Throne and to power the Emperor. And so he can keep powering the Astronomicon, which guides all these ships and whatnot. And the people manning those black ships are actually blanks. And those blanks form like a police force against these psychers. Because if you think about it, it's a ship with a bunch of psychers and they're all going to get sacrificed.
Yeah, they're going to revolt.
Yeah, so you need people who can actually like calm them down. That doesn't mean it gets rid of their psychic powers. It just nullifies it. It stops it. Much like the Tyrannism in the Shadow of the Warp.
Right. And also another thing about these guys, too, is that they make you feel uneasy. Just standing near one of these guys would make you, like, get dizzy, throw up, like, you just feel, like, not calm.
Yeah, think of, like, a kid with, like, boils and how, like, you wouldn't feel safe around him because one of the boils might pop and get on you. That's how you would feel around a blank.
Don't make them pop.
Yeah. The Eisenhorn book, I think it's Ordo Xenos, does a really good explanation because they, spoiler alert, they meet a blank and she doesn't know that she's a blank until Eisenhorn, is it Eisenhorn?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. The Inquisitor tells this blank that, you know, she is what she is, and then she realizes, oh, all those people being cold to me, all those people being mean to me, it's because of the fact that I nullify warp power. I nullify emotions in a way, because that's what the warp is, right? Emotions. But yeah, I hope that kind of answers the question.
Yeah. So I guess because the question was, like, what happens if they touch a leran blade? Well, just nullify the effects. It'll just be a regular blade.
Yep. Next question.
This one is by Starlight Eater. Have you guys ever tried painting with nail polish? It's a hell of a value. Well, I guess, but...
Yeah, is that... Well, I mean, I guess...
I feel like it'll, like, chip and, like, just come off really easily.
Yeah, I guess it depends if it's plastic or metal.
But, I mean, well, go ahead, because you're the painter here.
Yeah, I think if you do it with metal, I'm pretty sure it'll just, like, come off, right? It'll slip off.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day painting with, like, I was using, like, tester paints and, like, the real cheap Walmart paints. And, like, they didn't really, like, hold up when it came to metal.
No, yeah.
But, do you, sister?
Next question.
This one's by Oni. Where do Space Marines keep their ammo, and do they ever run out?
They have pouches. You could actually get the pouches in the boost or in the sprues. I don't think anybody ever uses them.
Yeah, because it's more things to clip, trim, prime, paint. It looks... I don't know. I feel like some models look good with the, like, ammunition, like pockets and stuff like that, but others don't. Because it's like they're wearing all armor, and then it's like, oh, he's got a fanny pack.
Yeah. And also, they don't have to carry too much just because they're Space Marines. They know how to shoot. They're excellent marksmen compared to like Imperial Guardsmen who use las pistols or las rifles. Check out the fan-made video called Astartes. They really showcase how each one of the shots that a Space Marine sends, it usually hits its mark.
Yeah, and you don't really need a lot of ammunition when you're a freaking Space Marine. Like, just walk up to him and punch him.
Yeah, that's true. Next question.
Tim Fletcher, which is the worst home planet for the Primarchs?
Nostromo, right?
That was a pretty bad one, yeah.
That was the Night Hunters world?
Yeah, because it's all like
Criminal,
dark. Yeah. The other one that came to mind, I forgot what it's called, but it's the planet where Mortarion was in. Because there was basically spires where like the rich lived, and at the bottom of these like spire valleys, there's like poison, and you'd have like poor folk and mutants down there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Fenris? Maybe?
Yeah, Fenris is out there with like the Pharaoh worlds and stuff. Next question comes from Olis One Kenobi. Can a Gene Stealer cult infiltrate a Chaos cult and vice versa? Yeah. Yep. They could attempt to infiltrate the Chaos cult or attempt to infiltrate the Gene Stealer cult, but they're gonna find out. It's like two spies trying to spy on each other. Eventually, it's gonna just break out.
Spy versus spy. Pineapple. Would you guys allow surgery from a Painboy, a Death Guard surgeon, or a Tech Priest? Definitely not the Painboy.
Yeah, and are we still human? Because if we're still human, then just...
Tech Priest?
Yeah. But if we're an orc... if I was an orc, I would try to... I wouldn't mind getting something done by a Painboy. I would wake up with like a robotic arm or something.
Spiky bits all over?
Or a squig's brain. No. Next question. You going?
Yeah. This one's by Eustis. What's more scary? An angry baby the size of a Space Marine, or an angry Space Marine the size of a baby?
Oh, the baby the size of a Space Marine is scarier.
I'd say the other way around. A little tiny Space Marine?
I think that's cute.
I think the big baby's cute. I don't know, I feel like a little Space Marine would just be like
cute.
Almost like Chucky, but that actually is like a threat.
Yeah. Maybe if it was an angry Marine, that was a little person.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Arthur Biddle. Could or has a Custodes join the Death Watch? No.
No, they're strictly Custodes.
Yep. Space Marine, and plus the Death Watch is just Space Marines.
Mm-hmm. This one's by Wrecking, or Wereking. Now that we have Primaris Marines, do you guys think that there will be Primaris Dreadnoughts? There already is one.
Yep, we gave it away like, how long has it been?
It's almost been like a year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
What are they called? Redemptors?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At first I didn't like them, but now I like them better than the regular Dreadnoughts.
Agreed.
Next question comes from Chester Floyd. Are there Titans with factions other than Imperium, Eldari, or Chaos? Can Chaos make/recruit their own Titans? Yeah, that's what the whole, like all of the new models that are coming out. Those are Chaos Titans. And they are either corrupted, and then they turn to Chaos, or they are created within the Forge in the Warp. It's called what? The Forge of Souls?
I believe so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they can just be corrupted. Are there Titans within factions that are other than the Imperium, Eldari, or Chaos? Oh, so that was the answer to the second question. Can Chaos make or recruit their own Titans? So yes, yeah. And then Titans other than the Imperium, Eldari, and Chaos. So you have the Orcs. The Orcs have Stampas, which are equivalent to a Titan. And then you have the Tyranids, which have the
Hierophants, I believe it's what they're called.
Yeah, which is their equivalent to a Titan. And then who are we missing?
Oh, the Tau. They don't really have like a Titan per se, but it's the closest thing to it, and it's the Tau-Nar Supremacy Armor. Basically a big ass battlesuit.
Yeah. Or they have those Manta, right? The Manta.
Yeah. I think that's what it was before. They didn't have a Titan, but the Mantas were used as Titan killers. But now they got the Tau-Nar.
Yeah, and then the Necrons.
The new thing that came out, right? The
Construct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
'Cause I think before that it was those little like sea-looking things that shot the energy beam.
Sea-looking things?
Yeah, it's like a platform and it looked like a sea and there's like a big like.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I think those were the Titan killers for the Necrons.
They were just like pylons that would just shoot out.
Yeah.
Cool. Next question. I have one from Were King. Nope.
Might have gotten that one.
Yeah.
This one's by Timothy Armstrong. Has there ever been any fights between the Necrons and Chaos? I'm trying to think of any notable fights.
Necrons and Chaos, yeah, the Dawn of War series.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been creating a little bit of lore on the Blood Ravens, and Dawn of War lore creeps in. And one of the big things is that every planet, or it seems as that every planet in the Dawn of War series has a tomb world inside of it, and it gets awakened, and the Necron lords attack the Chaos that's also trying to take over the planet because they're trying to capture a relic. Yeah, check out our 40 facts on Imperial and Eldar alliances, and it showcases how the Necrons fought Chaos and the Orcs and everybody else. But yeah. Last question.
It's not a question, but it's from the homie Temando a la Bird. He says, so I'm from California, area code 805, and the saying, his name, started from when he worked at Harbor Freight, and it kind of just spread there to other places amongst his friends.
What's Harbor Freight?
It's like a hardware store.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a cool name. It was difficult to understand. Last question. Robert Has Downs Jr., another really good username. Which Space Marine chapter do you think skips leg day? The Iron Hands.
They're all about their hands.
Yep, the flesh is weak.
Mm-hmm. Tear off those leg muscles.
Yeah, and those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Don't forget we have a Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. And that's it.
Yeah. Hit us up on the Use of Tubes and the Book of Face, as well as the thing he said.
Yes.
The Tron of Pays. And of course, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
We're Schwan.
And we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.